What's up, guys? MainManSWE here. Hoping you're all doing awesome as always. And me, I'm doing great. Thanks for Joe Biden. Thanks for asking. I hope you did. And now we're going to look at Arslan Ash's tier list. Arguably top 2 in the world right now, I would say. I would say Ni is still number 1, even though he's struggled a bit at certain events. I would still say he is number 1, but Arslan is number 2. But again, you could say Arslan is the best Tekken 7 player of all time, considering he has 3 EVO titles. 1 Vegas, 2 Japan. Ni has 2 Tekken 7 EVO titles and 1 Tag 2 EVO title. So you can actually say now, with a straight face, that pound for pound, Arslan Ash is the greatest Tekken 7 player of all time. But it's going to be so exciting to see what happens at EVO Vegas this year. Can't wait. And then in Tekken 8, obviously. How well does Arslan adapt to Tekken 8? How well does Ni adapt to Tekken 8? Because it's going to be very different from Tekken 7. You know, the heat stuff, heat engagers, forced 50-50s, hard mix-ups, and then no magic fours. No fast counter hit launchers. Very different. But oh well, this is Arslan Ash's latest tier list, and I'm going to critique it. As my student Arslan does his homework. Oh, you didn't know I coached Arslan to fight Ni? Well, okay, I didn't. I like to pretend that I did. So I'm going to critique his tier list. So teacher main man is in session. He has a video where he explains all of these, but I think it's going to take too much time. It's going to be 2 hours if if there's a back and forth. So let's just do a quick video where we look at it and see what we agree and disagree on. The online scrub warrior is going to critique top 2 players tier list. You'll love to see it. And Hybrid Assassin, thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. But so let's start. Akuma number 1. I'm gonna say that is accurate. He is pretty overpowered. But so hard to play, but he's still quite rare to see in tournaments. Don't you find that pretty funny? I was thinking of this when I watched the mix-up tournament yesterday. We all know how busted he is. Like, he is, if you know Tekken and Tekken 7, he's undisputed number 1. Undisputed. Everyone agrees. Like, he breaks the game. But you still very rarely see him in tournaments. Why is this if he's so broken? Well, it's because he's so hard to pilot. He's so hard to utilize efficiently. Which is also why you find a lot of top Akuma players on keyboards and hitboxes as well. Because it's just so demanding in terms of execution. So I agree. Feng Wei being super busted and dumb. I agree. I don't know if this is in order. I believe Arslan usually doesn't give a crap about the order in these. He usually just puts them in the tiers. So I'm going to see this. It is in order. He said it's in order. Oh, dear Lord. Steve top 3. Huh? Huh? Top 3. It's interesting considering he has so many bad matchups with the new meta. New meta is Feng Wei, Zafina. He gets kind of killed by those matchups. And Steve is a very strong character. But I don't know if I agree with the top 3 here. Oh god, this is where I would have wanted to hear his take. But I guess he's extremely safe. He has some of the best counter hit utility in the game. Can pressure really well while staying safe. But in tournaments, it's not good having bad comeback ability, right? If he has to do a comeback on someone, like, all the opponent has to do is seriously just guard, don't press, and backdash. Because the only guard break in 50-50 he has is his stomp. He's very strong, but top 3? Very interesting, considering I think Jin is strong. Well, Steve is super strong. This is so subjective. Personally, I think Geese is top 2. I think he's even stronger than Feng Wei. And this is something you could argue against, but I think he is fundamentally broken. And the big problem with him is that they fixed a lot of things. Like, oh, this shouldn't be a counter hit launcher. This shouldn't have as much damage. This shouldn't have as many frames. But what they don't fix is his core game plan, which has survived all of these nerfs, and which is, I have great movement. I step you once, boom, standing 2. You died. I can jump. I jumped over your down forward 1. You died. And then combine that with like really strong neutral tools. Very strong neutral tools. And poking. And counter hit utility. And amazing combos, right? And arguably the best comeback ability in the game. Yeah, until they fix one-hit KO, he's going to remain godlike. So to me, he should be top 2. But yeah, Feng Wei super strong. Jin super strong. Julia is kind of busted. Zafina is busted. I don't know why he puts her here when she's so clearly up here, in my opinion. Best movement in the game. Like, game-breaking movement. Game-breaking movement. I mean what I say. Like, it's broken. Her movement is completely broken. If you go up against someone who has a strong backdash, who's really gifted, or just has a keyboard, you can't touch her. And combine that with a down for 2, and then for some reason, giving her the super gimmicky stuff like lay, party shit, and then super good fundamental buttons. Like broken low, down 3, forward 3, 1+2, down forward 1 series. Down forward 1, 2 is so strong. I'm only left to think, like, why do you give one character the best movement in the game, some of the best fundamental stuff in the game, and some of the best party stuff in the game? I don't know. I can't figure it out. They messed up so hard balancing her, I think. But this one, I have to disagree. I'm going to be so arrogant that I'm going to disagree here with Arslan. So this is a slap on the wrist from your teacher, Arslan. Kaplank! Kaplank! I can't believe I'm doing we're doing this with Arslan's tier list. Okay. Should be higher, I think. I can't say I agree with top 3. But he's very strong. So I guess if he wants to say that, we're going to go with it. Claudia is also interesting to see this high. A character people usually have put around here, I think. Mostly here in A. But lately I've seen, even Ni also said he's super high. I think Ni put into his argument, if you play on PlayStation 4, he's so much stronger because there's a half a frame of lag, 1 frame of lag, and suddenly his down to 2 is not as reactable. So that's an argument. But outside of that, the character has arguably some of the best space control in the game with back 1, right? While running 2. Mix that with sidestep 4, which is an incredible low. I feel like this character has everything except for like traditional strong poking. Just lacks a typical down forward 1. And I believe his jab is not that strong. Can someone correct me here? Maybe Ducky? I feel like this character has everything except for the strong basic poking. And then he's a little bit sluggish with his 50-50 because he doesn't have knockdown lows unless you're pressing a button. So he's committing to sidestep 4, which is a little bit slow because you have to do a sidestep. Or he does down back 3. But no like easy knockdown lows is a problem. Shit throws too. Well, you need shit throws on this character because he has back 1. And he has while running 2. You can't give him a strong throw game. That's why they were, and that hop kick. That's why they were so careful in buffing his lows. Because if you make his lows too good, the reason he's here is because of sidestep 4 buffs. If they didn't buff his sidestep 4, he would be here. Like, he had the Heihachi problem, where the lows weren't good. The mids are amazing, the highs are amazing, but the lows aren't there. So yeah, he has some problems, but okay, he's up here. I can't disagree. You know what? This is gonna be one of those neutral. I still think he has enough problems to not be up there, but that's my take. Cooney, I am definitely going to agree on. Alisa is very strong. Paul is very strong. But we don't see him in action a lot lately. Not played a lot in tournaments. And I think he suffers. He's still very strong. But he suffers from being too legacy and too honest. And when you hear that, you're probably like, he's so OP, just demo or Deathfist. You can't do that in tournament play. You'll get killed like that. So that doesn't work. When in tournament play, he's all about timing. He's a single hit heavy counter hit character. So you just need to outplay your opponent in terms of timing and spacing. That's basically it. And then when he has you at the wall, and he can force you to the wall due to some like block impacts, he takes you to the wall, and here he can 50-50 really well with demo or core circle back too. But he's mostly timing oriented and very honest in high level play. Marduk not being A+, here I have to disagree. I would put him here. But again, it's a character that we all agree on is very strong, but we don't see that much in tournaments. Although you'll see Ni bring him out. You'll see Meo Il, who plays Geese, as a backup Marduk. Joey Fury plays Marduk. Vajon, there's a lot of Marduk talent in Pakistan in general, not only Vajon. I feel like this character is stupid strong. Like, stupid strong. I would put him higher than Paul. I think he belongs up here, Marduk, personally. But it's not like A is low, right? I'm gonna go neutral on this one. And in tournaments, it's great to have counter hit utility because people like to press buttons. People are stressed and nervous. Nervous usually press more. He has the best comeback ability in the game. I mean, it's him, Geese, Akuma. There are a lot of characters with good comeback ability, but those characters are just, they take it to ridiculous degrees. Katarina is very strong. I agree. Leroy is very strong. Law, I can't see this face anymore without getting sad. It is such a tragedy what they've done to Law in Tekken 8. It is so sad, and I really hope they revert it with what they've done to DSS. Please change that. But he is very strong. He should be up here. I think Brian is stronger than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. Top 16. I have to heavy disagree on this one. I think Brian, if operated by an exceptional player, a Tekken god, this is borderline broken. Borderline broken, in my opinion. I don't get it. I really want to know what some people see in Kazuya but I don't. I don't understand this one. The character has a 50-50. Okay, so character has a 50-50 and strong vortex that dies to sidestep or blocking the hell sweep, and Kazuya dies. That's it. That's the character. He doesn't have poking. He doesn't have a very good neutral. He doesn't have strong counter hit utility. I mean, outside of a vortex and forward, forward, 4. Pressure. You think Kazuya has strong pressure when he's knocked you down. Outside of that, in the neutral, he doesn't have strong pressure. He needs to knock you down to create the pressure. Yeah, this one, I just couldn't disagree more. I'm gonna do this. And again, I hope you all watch. I'm also going to watch Arslan's video. I'm just making a fun video here. Just looking at the final thing. But I'm probably going to watch his video later as well. Yeah. Leo should be higher, I think. Leo should be higher, but it's not an I'm not in extreme disagreement. No, you fuck. I am in extreme disagreement. Sorry. I disagree. This character is super dumb. Super dumb character. Yes. Yes. Mid-tier. Heihachi could be higher. Noctis should 100% be higher than this. 100%. Incredibly basic, incredibly simple, as super good counter hits, good 50-50, decent pokes, insane punishment, some of the best punishment, great range, strong mix-up utility, great combo damage. I mean, furthest reaching launcher in the game and down for 2. Yeah, I'm going to disagree on this one. Negan should also be higher, but okay, this is a character that's very all over the place. In opinion, even among Negan mains, it's all over the place. So I'm not going to contest that one too much. And that's fine. That is fine. Okay. I need to count this again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So Lee in bottom 23. That is just, that I can't agree with at all. That character, I mean, I used to overrate him and put him in top 10. I put him in like top 20 these days, but I think there's more of an argument for him being top 15, top 10 than there is for him to fall below top 20. His only real problem is breaking a really strong turtle. But even then, he has a decent 50-50, but not the best. He could have had a better one. But again, if you give him a better 50-50, it turns into Brian. Right? That's the problem. But the thing with him over Brian is that his punishment is so much stronger. His punishment, and it's so reliable. They both excel at keep out. But when they've blocked something, his punishment, you know, is 10 frame, acid rain. Brian has nothing like that. And his long range acid storm for -15. You can't press into Lee, and you can't be unsafe on Lee. He just kills you immediately. But when it comes to breaking a strong turtle, he has hatchet. He does not have a hatchet. He has a slide, and it gets way more complicated. And he has a safe mid launcher. He doesn't. So it gets very complicated. And it's very easy to compare them to Paul as well, who also excels at keep out. They keep out with many moves. With him, it's orbital, free 4, magic 4, back 4, magic 4, etc. Him, down for 2. That's all you need, baby. Down for 2. That keep out. And core circle back 4. But when it comes to breaking turtles for him, people that don't press into his very strong counter hit utility, these all excel at counter hits, right? He breaks turtles easily with his throw game, which is perfect. And, you know, having access to a demo man helps. But yeah, hatchet is literally all you need, I would say. But so yeah, him I would rate higher. Jack could go higher, but okay. Should be higher on the list. Should definitely be. Both of these should be higher. Yeah, I gotta disagree here. Disagree. We could make this more... Oh, you can barely see that. Let's make this more detailed. Red. Oh, red in direction. Let's see. Should be higher in my opinion. My god, this is so beautiful. Should be higher. Okay, that was so ugly. I'm gonna do that again. So, okay. Higher, in my opinion. Should be oh my god. Should be lower. Higher. Wait, does that really warrant a red dot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Ah, it warrants a dot. It certainly does. Should be higher, I think. So mostly it's not character that should go down in my opinion, but it's certain characters that should be going up. Let's see. And then Asuka, Josie could perhaps be lower, but okay. Xiaoyu down here. Master Raven down here. That is really weird. This is really weird. Okay, Xiaoyu I think should be higher, but just I see these are so much more problematic that I'm gonna slide this one. Slide. Could be higher. I think definitely Master Raven is a strong character. King is not as strong as Raven, but should be higher. Or maybe King is really good. King is really good. Oh, I forgot Zafina. Hell, shit. Thanks for reminding me. You know what? He's put Zafina so high here that this seems stupid to me. Oh no, where's my pen? He still put her in the top 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He put her in the top 9. So I just think she should be here. Not here, but where is it? Top 10, top 5, whatever. Let's see. Should be higher. Should be higher. Bob should also be higher, I think. Armor King should probably be higher, but I don't see him anywhere close to... I mean, but the tiers are very close in this game. They're very close. You can play any of these characters and do well in that tournament. You can literally play any character. And especially considering tournaments are best of 3. First to 2. You can knowledge check the shit out of someone with Ganri or Yoshi or Chloe. So on paper, seeing shit frames doesn't mean your character is going to suck in a tournament, right? Or in a long set against someone. Habibi, so great to see you. Thank you. But so Dragunov is trash. Yoshi is probably a bit underrated, but there's a very common consensus in that he's bad. But I think he's underrated, especially having played him quite a bit. I think he's underrated. His Oki is way up there. Way up there, his Oki. Probably top 5 Oki. At least top 10 Oki on him. Ganri should be higher. I don't know why he's here. But again, you know what? I'm going to neutral here. There's been so many awful disagreements. I'm going to neutral that one. Lars. Okay, so he does the knee. He does the knee. Terrible. Awful character. Awful character. Awful character. Awful character. Awful character. But yeah, Devil Jin, it's like Ni. I just cannot agree with it. Not in a million years will I ever buy that. So now Arslan has said it, Ni has said it, Devil Jin is bottom 5. I will never agree with that character being bottom 5. Why? Because when I look at these faces, I see characters who don't have good frames and they don't have good tools. And don't get me wrong, all of these characters can really fuck you up in ranked or in a tournament because it's Tekken and this game is pretty balanced, right? It's pretty balanced, so a player can overcome the obstacles of having the awful tools these characters have. What is not balanced, however, is the modern Electric, the Electric Wind Godfist. Ever since they buffed the recovery and the tracking on that move, it is OP. And I wish they would actually revert the tracking on Kazuya's Electric, because it dumbs down a character I treasure so much. This character has that Electric. Comes out at 14 frames. The animation is 11 frame from a dash. Tracks to both sides, has a huge hitbox with reach. Launches for 74 damage without a wall. Tracks to both sides. Recovers like that. Very hard to punish. Any character that has an attack like that is not bottom 5. I mean, I'm sorry. I just can't agree. That move alone is way too strong. Way too strong. And then he has a launching hell sweep. He has pretty fucking decent movement. He's got a strong jab that goes into 1-1-2. Hit confirmable knockdown. Very strong. Laser cannon. Oki with back 4. Down for 2. Safe counter at mid launcher. 15 frames. Back 1-2 is one of the most reliable 12 frame punishers in the game. Can. Doesn't even have to electric to launch. -15. Even though people like to shit on while standing 2, he has a pretty fucking threatening 50-50. Hell sweep tracks to one side, while standing 2 tracks to the other side. So it's like Jin trying to step that 50-50. It's not only a 50-50 in mid-low, it's a 50-50 in do I go left or do I go right? Kazuya has to commit to a homing move to shut down your stepping. He doesn't. And he has up 4, which in JDCR's mind always made him the easy Mishima to play because he has an invincible button to steal a turn. Down forward 1-2 is a really strong poke. I just cannot agree to this character being bottom 5. It's just electric alone is too strong. The sweep, Hell sweep, is too strong. Every other button is too good. And he also has a perfect throw game. 1 break, 2 break, 1+2 break. I don't see how he is bottom 5. I don't see how you with a straight face put that character next to Lydia and Fakum Ram and Kuma. These characters on paper are shit. They are shit. Electric alone says I'm not shit. So, yeah, I can't take that. I just can't take it seriously. Personally, I just can't. Okay, well done, Arslan. He's done most of his homework. Teacher is very impressed. Oh, I didn't get an apple this morning. Naughty Arslan. I'm gonna write you up. But so let's see how many correct he got. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Arslan actually got 36 out of 50. And that gives him a solid B+. No, B+. B+ would have been 38. So next time, Arslan, I hope you do your homework because teacher is severely disappointed. No, but obviously I did this for fun. And tier lists are extremely subjective. Arslan is about 20 times better than me at Tekken, so I think you should listen to him. But the reason I did this is because it's so fun to debate this sort of stuff. and how differently people see the stuff. So yeah, at least I hope you enjoyed this video and you liked hearing me bicker a little bit about characters in Tekken. So have a great day, everyone. Oh wait, how do I exit? Oh my god, I'm so old. Oh, stop recording.